$5.4 trillion worth of options expire today in the triple witching, as it's called. And our next guest says it is a key moment to look for an Nvidia and tech pullback that she calls long overdue. Joining us now is Danielle Shay. She's Simpler Trading VP of Options. Danielle, it's great to have you. And I think to make the important distinction, this is not so much about the volatility we might literally see at the close. It's about the larger signals that you think are being triggered here, for lack of a better word. What are you watching?
Well, Kelly, right now we've seen a variety of different factors in which we have the NASDAQ that's made targets. We have Microsoft, Apple, Google has made targets as well, along with Nvidia and Broadcom. So when you have these top weighted products and they've already made extended targets, it's natural for the index to pull back. So at this moment in time, with all of those tickers, I'm not going to be forcing the upside here, but instead I'm going to be looking at additional tickers within tech that are actually already pulled back and consolidated and look like they're going to make a move going into July.
All right. So before we move into that, then the fact that Nvidia has seen this reversal, I don't know what exactly we're talking about, peak to trough the last couple of days, but on that name alone, do you think that it's signaling a turnaround?
Yes, that's correct. So typically when you have something like Nvidia that, of course, everyone's watching, everyone's trading, and it hits a massive wall, $140, that was a key area of resistance where we had a ton of open interest in the options market as well. And when you start to see a pullback like that in a major stock, generally that's going to bleed into other names. We are seeing Broadcom pull back as well. And so far right now, we're seeing a lot of choppiness in the rest of tech. So it's not quite bleeding into everything else, but certainly it's a big red flag for traders to look for, because when these tickers that have a lot of high volatility start to pull back, that's what will cause traders to suddenly start taking profits and lead to a sharper pullback.
Okay, it's interesting you called out Broadcom along with Nvidia then. So broadly speaking, let's call it the big tech names. What do you think is going on here? Reversals across the board?
Kelly, I'm just looking for a little bit of a pullback. I'm not looking for anything major because the market has been so strong. Volatility has been low. Typically, we look for a pullback to around the 21 EMA on the daily chart, specifically if the NASDAQ futures break through 20,000. That's going to be a key psychological value. But looking at Nvidia in particular, I would love to see a pullback down into 112. I don't know if I'll get it, but 120 I would take. I think that that would be a great pullback where traders can look to potentially sell some put credit spreads, buy some more shares, depending on how the stock acts once it gets to a normal pullback zone. That would be a reasonable spot to start buying again.
And final word on the broader market. I mean, how do you feel about the moment? The NASDAQ, we'll talk more about this with Kyle Bass in a minute, but the NASDAQ's up 18% this year, the S&P 15%, and the Dow maybe 5%.
I think that the market has been fantastic this year, and I'm looking forward to the way that it's going to trade going into, or at least the way I think it's going to trade going into July, right? So typically at this point in the summer, we do start to see the volume drop out a little bit. People are going on vacation. And so I think that it's normal halfway through June, going into the beginning of July, to see a little bit of a pullback and a little bit of a drop in volume. But what's exciting is that because we've had low volatility and such a great trend, we're likely going to see that trend continue on into earnings season into July. So I want to continue focusing on relative strength tech stocks going into those earnings reports, especially with the ones that have done so well this year.
All right, so you're not at all bearish in a broader way. And the NASDAQ, as we were just showing, about 230 points away from 20K, which is crazy. We thought we might be talking about GameStop today and what Keith Gill was going to do with his position. I don't know if you have any parting thoughts on GME.
You know, Kelly, with GME, everyone was really focused on when the options were going to expire, right? But the fact of the matter with options is that when you're buying options, you really want to focus on what you're paying for the debit. And when you have a substantial profit, the best thing that you can do is take that profit. So, for example, if you're buying an option for $5 and it goes up to $10 or $20, that's something that you should be looking at taking those profits instead of waiting until the option's expiration date, because as options get closer to expiration, most of the time those options are going to decay in value, of course, depending on where the stock trades. But the thing with GameStop was the best moment in time to take profits was when it was up 40% or so.
So we're showing the chart there of kind of the month of June. It had that spike above 40 in the first week, but we think perhaps Gil had sold more like the second week when it was down around the $25 level. So the opportunity for maximum gain was not necessarily the opportunity that he seized.
Well, yes, that's correct. And it's always easy to go back and, be backseat trader, of course. But, the most important thing with this is to follow momentum and get out of your trade when it loses momentum. So, for example, with GameStop, we saw fantastic momentum to the upside. There was a lot of short covering, but when that short covering stops and when the stock gaps down and it starts to break, that's the moment in time where you want to come in and take profits instead of waiting until you get down to the wire.
Yeah, and it appears that's what he did. Danielle, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.